have seen it work over and over again, once again. When they train local law enforcement, they increase the numbers substantially. I mean, it seems like there is no cooperative effort on the part of this administration and the local law enforcement. I don't understand how people don't see that Jan Brewer her back was against the wall. Mm-hmm. I agree that we don't want every state to enact their own immigration laws, but the reality is, and truly you look at the law, and compared to the federal law, it's very, very similar. Would you agree? Yeah. But at least it has raised the flag on it. At least it's raised it up as an important issue. I will tell you, next to the economy, this is critical right this minute. Critical right this minute. And you look at the barbaric actions of the drug lords. It's these are true warning signs. You know, we've got military firefights, we've got rampant corruption, we've got, you know, traumatized citizenry, and the people of Mexico just accept that as the way it is. Our government, in essence, accepts that as the way it is. The great thing is, each one of you, as Mike Pence says, we may be a minority right now in Congress, but a minority plus the American people is a majority. So every time you step up, every time you attend something like this, it matters. Keep doing what you're doing. It's really vitally important. Third, we need to, once we have strengthened our borders and we have strengthened the interior enforcement, we need an efficient and dynamic visa and naturalization program. Some talk about a tiered system with a worker program. Again, I think that we need not comprehensive immigration reform because, like healthcare, it's not something we can deal with comprehensively. It's just too large. It has to be a step-by-step project. I think that once our border is strengthened, then we can look at possibly some way where people can come into this country to work for a short period of time and then go back. I don't know if that's the answer, but I know that the answer in our great system comes from the collective thought of the elected legislators around the table. And that's what they're supposed to be doing, and they're just not doing it. I am offended when I hear our president say, I can't bring up immigration right now because I worked the Congress hard. That's the gig. You know, that's what they're hired for. And I don't think they should be working that hard for a long time because I think they should be there for a short time. But while they're there, they're working hard. That's the way I feel. So again, I don't know that in the 23 years that we have addressed, 23 different times that we've addressed immigration, I don't know that it's ever been quite like it is right now. It's vitally important that you call different legislators. I wouldn't confine it to just Illinois either. I would call people across the country. I'd call the good Republicans and fortify their courage. Some of them are weary. They've been trying to get something done for a long time, they can't get anything done. But you can give them political courage. We've seen it happen. We saw it happen with the voucher bill in Illinois. We lobbied hard, and we saw some of the strong no votes. They gave a yes vote. Jill Tracy down in Illinois, she gave a yes vote on the first round of voting. When she saw it wasn't going to pass, she pulled it and went a no vote. But we're okay, we're encouraged, and we know that brief lobbying effort worked. So it works. Every time you come to a meeting, every time you talk to somebody else and encourage them to be involved, it matters. And it doesn't just matter in November 2nd. The Tea Party has peaceful presentations, and it's noteworthy that these peaceful presentations are made an obvious impact because it's being talked about on the news every single day. So what I'm telling people in all my speeches is don't talk yourself out of anything. Everybody has a role to play here. If you have an idea, maybe I'll talk to my neighbor. Oh, you know what, he never listens. You can't talk yourself out of it. Every idea counts. Everything counts. I go back to Rosa Parks. The only thing she did was she stayed seated in her seat. That's all she did. She didn't run for Congress or anything, yet she was laid to rest in the Capitol. She's the only non-elected official laid to rest in the Capitol because her staying in the seat that day set in motion the Montgomery bus boycott, which set in motion the civil rights movement. Every action counts. Everyone has a role to play. Don't talk yourself out of it. And if you need a reminder, look at your dog. You ever notice when the doorbell rings, your dog was tearing for the door, and it's never for him. Never talk yourself out of it. Remember, tenacity. That is the tenacity that we need. That is the tenacity we need as Americans. Finally, just a few statistics on what we've got with the drug problem here. 50 to 700 metric tons of cocaine come into the United States, along with the fearful barbaric actions of the drug cartels. This is, I saw Marco Rubio speak, and he is Cuban, so he can say these aren't landscapers coming across the line. These are drug lords coming across the line. This is our national security. These are Al-Qaeda operatives coming across the line. This is the largest foreign source of marijuana. Comes from Mexico. There are 2,000 pounds a ton, right? 15,800 tons per year of marijuana come across the line. They are the largest provider of heroin and methamphetamines to the United States. We can make a difference. Each of you can make a difference. Keep calling. Keep calling. I've seen it right up, I got a front row seat. We watched it. It matters. We cannot accept this low level of ethics among our elected officials. So we've got two sides of the same coin. It's important to make the change in November, but it's even more important right now to fortify the good legislators and to bother the bad ones. Call them, call them, call them, all right? This is Maria Rodriguez. I'm with For the Good of Illinois. I didn't expect so many new faces, so I need you to go to the website and download the petition, sign it, because I didn't bring them with me tonight. I'm so glad you're here, but I urge you to go to our website. Thank you very much.